Good evening and welcome to the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network for this presentation of the last game in the 2025 CCL season. The Alameda Merchants hosting the Walnut Creek Crawdads here in late July. Charlie Limoncelli, Casey Kasliner taking you through this one. Casey, Crawdads have won 4 straight and they come into this one really needing another win. They clinched a playoff spot last night in the 7-3 victory against the Menlo Park Legends, but now they win today, they solidify themselves in the number 2 spot in the CCL North. Right now, the San Luis Obispo Blues won 4-3 against the Orange County Riptide to force this kind of event. Crawdads want to avoid going down to San Luis Obispo, where they were 0-2 at the beginning of July, 2-2 on the year against San Luis Obispo. So that's the situation right now. Crawdads have been hot, the bats and the pitching, everything coming together late in the season. Casey, what's the most important thing to happen today for Walnut Creek?
I mean, you got to win. That's what's got to happen. You don't want to go down to slow again. Ryan Featherston won't be available to pitch for the Blues. He pitched yesterday. But again, you want to go down there, or not have to go down there, but if you do, you want to take care of business. But again, it's a situation where the Crawdads, like they have been for the past week or so, they control their own destiny in getting the second spot. Their first goal was making the playoffs, which they already clinched. Now they want to get a better seeding, and they have prime opportunity to do that today, even though, of course, they don't have some of their best arms available to use in a type of game like this.
Absolutely. Sonoma Stompers clinched with a win today. They are first in the North, so they will host the NorCal Championship on Wednesday between the winner of San Luis Obispo and Walnut Creek. The question is, where will that game be played on Tuesday? Crawdads will face Cole Airhorn, the starter today for the Alameda Merchants, making his 11th appearance, his 4th start of the year. Is 2-1 with a 2.31 ERA, facing the Crawdad order that's been pretty much unchanged throughout the week. Casey, Ryan Ellis in the designated hitter spot leading off. Then it's Cam Calvillo at third, Joey Donnelly in right field, Zach Justice in the cleanup playing catcher. Then Cam Taylor at first base in the 5-hole, Riley Lanninger at short hitting 6th, Joe Coupland out in left field hitting 7th. Chris Esquivel had a pinch hit last night. He returns for his first start in a week, playing center field in the 8-hole. And then Hunter Hirayama to round it out at second, hitting 9th. So here comes Ryan Ellis, who has been on a tear, the third-year Crawdad, a 5-game hitting streak. Had 4 straight games with a double from the 22nd to the 25th. 7 runs batted in his last 5. Righty Airhorn sets on the first base side of the rubber. Kicks and fires the first pitch to Ellis. Off speed, down the middle for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Ryan Ellis. On the year hitting .244 in 29 games for Walnut Creek. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Low breaking ball from Airhorn.
Airhorn is such a good pitcher, has those big, long strides that kind of fools hitters.
Yeah, nice funky delivery for the Los Medanos College guy. Last pitched on the 22nd against Walnut Creek. The 0-2 to Ellis. Fouled back. He stays alive.
Kind of has like the Madison Bumgarner type delivery. Reaches back far and slings it home with a lot of force.
Yeah, it gets a lot of power and velocity despite being 6'1", 145 pounds officially. Really lanky build for the right-hander Airhorn. 21 strikeouts to 7 walks on the year for the right-hander. 23 hits allowed. Here's the 0-2 to Ellis. Fastball high and in, strike 3 called. Ellis talking to the home plate umpire, trying to figure out the location on that one. Either way, 1 down in the top of the first. Cam Calvillo aboard. Calvillo, another veteran Crawdad, the longest tenured Walnut Creek player. In his 4th summer with the team, hitting .250 this summer, 22 games he's played in. He was 2 for 3 last night with a pair of singles against Menlo Park. Airhorn's first offering to Calvillo, fastball up and in.
Notably, he's been playing over at third base lately. Started the year at shortstop, looks a lot more comfortable defensively.
Yeah, he's a natural third baseman. That's where he plays at Cal State Northridge. The 1-0 from Airhorn. Calvillo takes an outside fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Calvillo, 3 hits in his last 3 games. Also had 1 for 3 against the Legends in San Mateo. The 2-0 from Airhorn. Another fastball upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes.
Completely different, opposite thing we saw to Ryan Ellis. Now 3-0 count on Calvillo, not really attacking the heart of the plate.
See what Airhorn goes to here. Winds and kicks the 3-0. Ball 4 low and away. A 4-pitch walk. First runner aboard on the day for Walnut Creek. It brings up Joey Donnelly in the 3 spot.
Right fielder, number 4, Joey
Donnelly, one of 4 all-star position players for Walnut Creek. Now playing in his 33rd game on the summer. 353 hitter. Tied for first in the CCL North in batting average. Also leads the Crawdads with 25 runs driven in. It's 1 for 3 yesterday against the Legends. Airhorn's first offering to the lefty popped up high in the air, foul territory on the left side, and above the Merchants dugout, out of play. 0-1 count on Donnelly, the third-year Crawdad. Spent summers of 2022 and 23 in the Creek, then played with Arroyo Seco in 2024. Now back and in the midst of his best summer in the CCL with Walnut Creek. The 0-1 to Donnelly. Fastball below the knees, 1 ball and 1 strike. Donnelly hits in back-to-back games, a double on Friday, and then a single yesterday. The 1-1 to him. Hit high in the air, shallow center field. It'll be the shortstop Jeremiah covering, and he gets it.
That was a tough play for Jeremiah. Kind of lost it a bit in the sky. A little bit of wind as well, pushing it to the right. But a good catch, forcing Calvillo to sprint back to first.
And wind blowing straight from home plate into right field. We'll see how that affects balls in the air today. Obviously, it had an impact there. Now 2 down. Calvillo still at first for the cleanup man, Zach Justice. Home run last night. Now leads the Crawdads in the category, 4 on the year. First offering hit hard on the ground to short. Jeremiah collects, flips to second. And that'll do it for the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom half of the frame. Alameda trying to cut in and take the lead. Back in Alameda for the bottom of the first. Merchants up to bat, facing Nathan Nino, the right-hander for Walnut Creek. Out of the University of the Pacific, Nino making his 3rd start of the year, his 10th appearance. Has no decisions with a 4.86 ERA in 20 1/3 innings pitched. Right-hander, hard throwing. Has a fastball that sits low 90s and offers a slider and a changeup in addition. Facing a tough top of the order for Alameda, Dominic Nahar, Jace Jeremiah, and Jackson Nystrom leading off. Then it's Cy Turner, Aiden Tackless, Jaden Bitter, 4, 5, 6. Then Angelo Luna, Mateo Mendoza, and Chase Ditmar to round out the Merchant order. The throw from Justice behind the dish over to second is in, and we'll kick this one off. Nahar, the Cal State East Bay guy, leading off. 314 hitter in 30 games. Last night against the Seagulls, Nahar 1 for 4 with a single in that 4-2 victory for Alameda. They've been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, but trying to play spoiler to Walnut Creek, a heated rival here in the north. First offering from Nino. Fastball fouled away on the half swing.
Nino's had an up and down year. Definitely a moment where he's going to want to know the moment, know what's at stake. Crawdads really want that 2nd spot.
Nino's longest outing is 5 innings, where came arguably his best start on July 1st as the 0-1 fouled back again. High heater from Nino. In that outing for Nino, he allowed just 1 hit, 4 strikeouts against 16 batters faced against the San Francisco Seagulls at Monte Vista. A home 7-4 win for Walnut Creek. Nino turns and delivers the 0-2 to Nahar. Slider bounces at home plate, 1-2. Nino, 22 strikeouts on the year to 18 walks and 12 hits. It's a little bit of an inflated whip, 1.48. The righty's 1-2. Nahar hits a soft ground ball to short. Leininger collects. The throw over to first is in time. That's been the recipe for success for Walnut Creek, is retiring Nahar. He's such a dangerous leadoff guy. Flashes the power. Doesn't have a home run, but plenty of doubles and triples.
Yeah, he's a guy who, if you can get him out 2 or 3 times, you're probably in a good position. But the issue for Crawdads is they have to face basically 3 Nahars. Top 3 in this lineup.
Absolutely. So here comes Jace Jeremiah. He's been entrenched in the 2-hole, a 300 hitter in 25 games for Alameda. First pitch from Nino. High fastball, swing and a miss. Jeremiah came up big in the first game between these two teams this week. On Tuesday was 3 for 5, 2 runs driven in against the Crawdads on 3 singles. Since then it's been a little quieter. Nino, slow delivery, the 0-1. Slider runs outside. Something we haven't really talked a whole lot about, Casey, but Nino really varies his timing on the hill, especially when he's working from the windup, as we saw there.
He doesn't really have a windup. He's kind of already set, and then he starts.
The 1-1 to Jeremiah. Slider right down the middle, strike 2.
He's very direct with his pitching, and I think that's something that helps him probably stay in a rhythm.
Agreed, doesn't waste energy, which allows him to dial up the heat. Nino looking for a punch out. The 1-2 to Jeremiah. High fastball well above the head. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Barely moves his left foot to start his pitching delivery, just kind of raises it, moves it a tiny bit to indicate he's starting, but
it's very precise and controlled. The 2-2. Fastball runs inside. Full count to Jeremiah. He has 27 hits on the year. 5 of them for extra bases, 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers. Base is empty, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Nino's payoff. Slow slider outside. A 1-out walk for Jace Jeremiah brings up Jackson Nystrom, the left fielder. Nystrom didn't play in the first 2 games in this week series between the Crawdads and the Merchants. It was 0 for 2 on Friday in the 2-1 victory for Walnut Creek, and went 2 for 3 yesterday as the Merchants traveled to play the Seagulls. Working with a runner on. Nino from the stretch. Fastball fouled away. Quick 0-1 count to Nystrom, the University of San Francisco man, a rising senior there. Played in a couple games in 2024 and did not play this spring with USF. Spent his freshman year at Ohlone College. The 0-1 from Nino. Fastball hits Nystrom in the arm. Now 2 free passes dished out by Nathan Nino. Brings up the cleanup man, Cy Turner.
Turner's well rested. See if he's rusty or the opposite. First game back in a while.
Yeah, Turner last played on July 19th when Alameda traveled down to San Luis Obispo to play the Blues. Had 3 hits in that series. Combined 3 for 10 in 3 games. 222 hitter in 23 games this season overall. First offering to the lefty. Nino deals a strike. Turner spent 2 seasons at Monterey Peninsula College and transferred to Memphis, where he played this spring. Righty Nino peers to second. The 0-1. Slider below the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And while his pitching motion's direct, Nino not pitching super direct to these hitters. You can't pitch too directly to some of these good ones, but again, you want to get these outs.
Absolutely, Crawdads really need some length out of Nino. Want to keep the bullpen rested heading into the playoffs. The 1-1 to Turner. Fastball fouled away on the left side, out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Turner, a guy who has 3 doubles, 4 triples, and 2 homers on the year. 10 runs batted in. An RBI chance early in this game here for Alameda. Nino has the sign from Justice. The 1-2 to Turner. Slider fouled away. Turner late. Still a 1-2 count. Turner played in 36 games this spring at Memphis. He hit 162 with 9 ribbies. Started 23 games. Good defensive outfielder and third baseman. Playing over at second, though, today. The 1-2 from Nino. Swing and a miss. Gets him on the slider at the knees.
Good pitch from Nino. I think that's the best pitch we've seen from him today. It's that breaking ball low and away that gets him to go, and a big out number 2.
Absolutely. Crawdads just need 1 more to get out of this inning. 23rd strikeout on the year for Nathan Nino. Now he faces another lefty, Aiden Tackless. Tackless has seen a lot of action this week against the Crawdads. First pitch to him. Fastball down the middle. Tackless 1 for 4 against the Crawdads on Friday. 2 for 4 on Wednesday and 1 for 4 again on Tuesday. 4 combined hits this week. The 0-1, fastball fouled straight back. Quickly an 0-2 count on the rising senior, formerly of Manhattan College, now heading to New Mexico State, where a couple of Crawdads play. Nino sets belt high. 0-2 count, 2 down in the bottom of the first. 2 on, swing and a miss on the fastball. Nathan Nino, 2 straight strikeouts to get out of the 2 base runner jam. We'll head to the top of the second. Crawdads and Merchants still scoreless. Back for the top of the second in Alameda. Crawdads and Merchants scoreless. 5-6-7 due up for Walnut Creek. Cam Taylor, Riley Leininger, and Joe Coupland facing off against Cole Airhorn. Allowed the 1 walk to Cam Calvillo, but otherwise retired 3. Left 1 stranded. 6'1" righty. Trying to give Alameda some length in their last game of the season. They've been eliminated from the playoffs. In steps Cam Taylor, 6'2", 220-pound lefty. First offering a slider low. 1 ball and no strikes to Taylor. He's hitting .253 in 27 games. He's really turned it on of late, Casey. Hits in 7 of his last 10. He's been on base in 26 of 27 games played in. The 1-0 from Airhorn. Hit high in the air over to left field. Nystrom collects. Couple pitches, 1 out in the top of the second.
shortstop, number 11, Riley
So in the
Leininger.
6th hole, it's Riley Leininger playing at short today for Walnut Creek. He started there the past couple of games. Manager Brant Cummings for Walnut Creek electing not to alter the lineup much in a critical game here. First offering to the lefty. Breaking ball at the knees, called for a strike.
Yeah, only 2 changes today with Coupland in left and Esquivel in center. Pretty much what we've seen this whole week.
The infield has stayed the same. Right field, obviously, Donnelly. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Low breaking ball from Airhorn. Leininger went 1 for 4 yesterday against the Legends, had an RBI single on the year, hitting .243 in 34 games, the most played of any Crawdad hitter. Airhorn winds and delivers the 0-2, swing and a miss. Low slider gets a scooping swing. Now 4 straight retired for Cole Airhorn. So he's trying to go
Number 7, Joe
efficiently, have a nice long outing.
And not the typical at-bat we see from Leininger. He's not a guy that usually goes down on 3 strikes. So many walks and good at-bats this year.
He's been extremely disciplined on the season. Now, with 2 down in the top of the 2nd, it's Joe Coupland from the right side, making his 4th start in left field. First offering from Airhorn, fastball up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Coupland has hits in back-to-back games, did not play yesterday. His last appearance was on Friday. It was 1 for 3 against these Merchants in Monte Vista. 1-0 slider from Airhorn sits in there for a strike. 1-1 to Coupland, the rising sophomore at Chabot College. Airhorn kicks and fires. Another slider outside, 2-1. Coupland a few days ago on Thursday was 2 for 4 with a pair of home runs against the Menlo Park Legends in San Mateo. 3 runs driven in that day. The 2-1, fastball fouled back. 2-2 count to Coupland in the top of the 2nd. 2 down, no one on. Merchants and the Crawdads still scoreless. Airhorn looks into Mendoza behind the dish. Sets belt high. Now the 2-2. Breaking ball hit high in the air, left field side, trailing towards foul territory. Nystrom over to make the diving catch. He puts it to the glove. Impressive stuff from Jackson Nystrom right there, Casey.
That's one of the best catches I've seen all season. Laying out, full body extension, Superman catch for Nystrom.
So the Crawdads retired 1-2-3. Airhorn has sat down 5 straight. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd. Merchants trying to take the lead early right after this. Back for the bottom of the 2nd in Alameda. Merchants up to bat. Still a 0-0 ball game between the Crawdads and the folks from Alameda. Nathan Nino allowed 2 runners on a walk and a hit by pitch in the 1st, then struck out 2 to get out of the jam. 6, 7, 8 due up for Alameda. Jaden Bitter, the designated hitter today, normally the ace on the hill. Right-hander leads the CCL in strikeouts, now taking his first at-bat of the season. A 2-way player at Ball State this past spring. First offering from Nino. Fastball up and in.
He absolutely silenced the Crawdads the other day. Now he's going to try to do some more damage to him.
Hit in 13 games this spring, a .250 hitter in 2 starts. The 1-0 from Nino, inside fastball, 2-0. Bitter rising junior at Ball State, went to high school in Los Gatos in the South Bay. Nino winds and delivers, the 2-0. High fastball, 3-0.
And again, for Nino, you want to pitch directly, especially to a guy who hasn't hit this year yet. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Surprising to see him trying to paint the zone. The 3-0 from the righty. Swing and a miss, low fastball. Bitter originally went to Gallivan College his freshman year. Hit .296 there with 8 home runs. He's a two-way player as well. The 3-1 hits Bitter in the back. Nathan Nino struggling to start the bottom of the second.
Yeah, he struggled with command in the first, then recovered well. So test for him now going forward once again.
First baseman, number 22,
Leadoff man aboard for Alameda. It's Angelo Luna in the 7-hole, the left-handed hitting first baseman up. Luna, a .231 hitter in 20 games for the Merchants, rising sophomore at St. Edward's. Hits in back-to-back games for him. Love to make that 3 straight. First offering to the lefty. Hit on a line, shallow left field. Down for a base hit. Bitter rounding second. No throw from Coupland. Bitter's into third.
Coupland was playing way off to the right and allowed the extra base for Bitter.
That good piece of hitting right there from Luna. Goes the other way where the defense isn't. And now an RBI chance for Mateo Mendoza, the catcher.
catcher, number
Dangerous
11,
guy to have up.
Mateo
In 12 games,
Mendoza.
Mendoza hitting .286. 4 runs driven in on the year. Had one of them yesterday against the Seagulls. 2 for 4. Righty-righty matchup here. Nino at the belt. First pitch to Mendoza, swing and a miss on the inside fastball. Mendoza, San Jose State guy, played in 3 games with the Spartans this spring. Prior to that, played at Marin College. The 0-1 from Nino. Luna takes off over at first. The throw to second in time. Hirayama, they've caught Luna in a pickle. Taylor will tag him. Bitter holding over at third. That's a great defensive play for Walnut Creek.
Well, more than that, it's more of a botched play by Luna because he's trying to create enough time for Bitter to come home and score. But completely botched it. He should have just tried to get into second and hope that ball trickles to the outfield.
So instead, it's caught stealing. 1-1 at the dish to Mendoza. Nino kicks and fires, fastball outside, 2-1. Mendoza in 2024 was the male athlete of the year at Marin College. Hit .445, 61 hits, 42 runs driven in with the Mariners. The 2-1 to him. Flared over to first. Taylor collects on a line. Now 2 down. Merchants try not to strand Bitter over at third.
Yeah, I mean, you start the inning with runners on the corners, nobody out. I wonder why they didn't just swing away, try to get something in the outfield. But again, Crawdads in a good position to get out of the inning now.
Nino did a really nice job pitching to soft contact there. Went inside on the right-hander. Now it's Chase Ditmar in the 9-hole, the third baseman. 148 on the year in 19 games for Alameda. RBI chance for him. Nino's first offering. Slider runs outside. 1-0. Ditmar, a Las Vegas native, goes to UNLV. Right at home with the Rebels. Hitless in his last 4 contests. The 1-0 from Nino, swing and a miss, high cheese. Nino, the Fresno native, a rising senior at Pacific. Originally went to Fresno City College for a couple seasons. Struggled with the Tigers, trying to go back stronger. The 1-1 to Ditmar. Flared into shallow right field, on is Donnelly, and he puts it away. Crawdads strand 1 at third, that's Bitter. We'll head to the top of the third. Still scoreless between the Merchants and Walnut Creek. Welcome back to the top of the third between the Alameda Merchants and the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Still scoreless here as the Crawdads are up to bat. 8-9-1 to up Chris Esquivel, Hunter Hirayama, and Ryan Ellis after the lineup turns over. Cole Airhorn has just allowed one base runner, a walk to Cam Calvillo. He's retired 5 straight. Early no-hitter going for him. Righty facing Esquivel. First pitch to the center fielder, fouled away toward the Merchant dugout. 0-1.
Esquivel back in the lineup. I'm sure he's poised to make a difference after taking a trip to the East Coast, just committing to his new school, Catholic.
Yeah, Catholic University commit in the District of Columbia. The 0-1 from Airhorn, a looping curveball in there for a strike. 0-2. Esquivel, a couple years at St. Mary's College out here in the East Bay. Now going back to Virginia where his family is. The 0-2 hit on the ground, right field side, and it's through for a base hit. Chris Esquivel, leadoff man aboard in the top of the third. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. Goes the other way, just poking the bat out. Hits hard on the ground, too. Swinging a little bit early, but nonetheless a really good piece of hitting.
Great two-strike approach there from the veteran guy. Rising senior, he'll be at Catholic. Either way, one aboard. It's Hunter Hirayama, Esquivel's teammate at St. Mary's. He was on a 3-game hitting streak. First offering from Airhorn. Hirayama shows bunt. It goes back to Airhorn on the mound. Thrower to first is in time, but Esquivel moves to second.
Back-to-back games with a good bunt for Hirayama. Maybe what the Crawdads need to flip the lineup over and have some motivation.
Yeah, a fresh concept, really. Crawdads haven't bunted much this season. Hirayama's kind of led the charge in the 9-hole. Either way, it's an RBI chance for Ryan Ellis. 0 for 1 on the day, struck out looking in the first. Airhorn had his number, dotted him up with some off-speed stuff. Esquivel a decent lead at second. First offering to Ellis, slow breaking ball, swing and a miss. Bounces off Mendoza's chest piece, picks it up. 0-1 to Ellis, another former St. Mary's Gale. Last played collegiately at UT Arlington in 2024. Looking for a new home in the transfer portal, 1 year left. Airhorn appears at second, now the 0-1 to Ellis. Breaking ball fouled back to the left side. 0-2 count to the left-handed DH.
Yeah, the 0-2 count on him first time up. Then took a pitch that was close. He's got to protect here.
Ellis, not a guy who strikes out a lot. 10 on the year now after his at-bat in the first to 20 walks. Airhorn kicks and deals the 0-2. Slider in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ellis. Second on the Crawdads with 20 runs driven in this year. The 1-2. Fastball out and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Doing a good job seeing pitches after that first at-bat. He seemed frustrated on his way back to the dugout after striking out.
He's been very patient. Swung at stuff when it's close. But looking for something here, obviously. Airhorn's 2-2. Ellis takes a fastball inside, full count. Such an advanced approach for the veteran Ellis. 9 extra base hits on the year. 7 doubles, 2 homers. Wind blowing out to the pull side for the lefty. Here's the 3-2 from Airhorn. Swing and a miss. Low slider.
There's the Airhorn.
Indeed. You were suggesting that pregame that they should have one for the aptly named Cole Airhorn. Either way, Ellis retired. It's Esquivel at second, Cam Calvillo up. Walked in the first, looking for his first hit of the day. Calvillo, rising senior at Cal State Northridge, played in 38 games with the Matadors this spring, a .304 hitter. Airhorn peers to second. First offering to Calvillo, hit on a line into straightaway center field. Esquivel rounding third, he'll come in to score. Calvillo now going to second himself. The throw from Mendoza, in time. An RBI single for Cam Calvillo makes it a 1-0 ball game for Walnut Creek, but he's called out trying to advance to second. Led to the bottom of the third. Merchants now trailing by 1. Back for the bottom half of the third. Top of the order due up for Alameda as they now trail by 1, courtesy of the Cam Calvillo RBI single. Nathan Nino still on the hill. He'll face Dominic Nahar, Jace Jeremiah, and Jackson Nystrom. 3 guaranteed batters here. Nahar grounded out to short his first time up in the first inning. Nino has allowed just the 1 hit, no runs yet. First offering to Nahar, slapped the other way into foul territory on the right side. Donnelly gives it chase, but it's into the Crawdad bullpen.
And again, what we talked about, retiring Nahar is so important in games like this, especially with a 1-0 lead. Got to think that, Nino's going to think about that and try to pinch around him a little bit.
Yeah, Nahar's such a dangerous hitter from the right side. Cal State East Bay Male Athlete Freshman of the Year. The 0-1 from Nino. Slow slider high in the air on the right side. Esquivel over from center field, and it goes in and out of the glove. Donnelly picking it at the warning track. Nahar turning for third. He's going to get the stop sign, but he's in safely. Don't know what they're going to call that officially, Casey, but either way, Nahar in scoring position, Jeremiah at the dish.
I would maybe give him the triple there just because it was hit right in between right and center. It was a tough play for Esquivel to make regardless, but we will have to see.
Indeed we shall. Either way, it's the right-hander Jeremiah at the dish. Walked in the first, a 300 hitter in 25 games for Alameda. 22 runs driven in on the season.
Looks
Nino
like
from the stretch. Delivers a slider at the knee, strike 1.
Looks like it is an error. Officially, no hit.
So Nino will be a little bit more grateful for that. Doesn't go a hit against him. Try to finish off Nahar. The 0-1 to Jeremiah. Another slider, same location, strike 2. Nahar has so much speed. Really any ball in play likely to score him. The 0-2. Nino, slow slider, grounded over to third. Calvillo collects, they'll throw to first for the out, but Nahar does score. It's a sacrifice ground out for Jeremiah. And now we're tied, 1 apiece.
Good play by Calvillo, but again, the Crawdads wish they weren't in a situation where they're now tied in this game. Nahar's really good contact coming back to bite him.
1 down, no one on in the bottom of the third for Jackson Nystrom, hit by a pitch in the first inning. Righty-righty matchup here. Nino kicks and fires. Slider in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Nystrom. In case he looks to me, Nino really relying on the off-speed in this inning. Hasn't used the fastball a whole lot. The 1-0 offering to Nystrom. Swing and a miss on the heater. There it is.
That one was really high as well. Had him swinging uppercut.
Yeah, very deceptive Bit of rising action there on the two-seamer. 1-1 to Nystrom. Rising senior at USF. The 1-1 slider out and low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nystrom, 3 varsity seasons of baseball at Livermore High School. That's where he's from. 388 career hitter. 33 runs driven in those 3 years. Nino's 2-1 offering. Fastball hit high in the air, right field side, foul territory, out of play. 2-2 to Nystrom. 316 hitter in 25 games for Alameda. Was 0 for 2 on Friday against the Crawdads. The 2-2 to him. Swing and a miss. Fastball at the knees from Nino.
Seems like when he's getting the punch outs, it's on the fastball. Has now 3 Ks on the day and sticking to it there.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job mixing the off speed with the heater. Hitters really can't catch up to it. They don't know what's coming. 2 down. Bases empty for Cy Turner. Second baseman struck out swinging in the first. It's 0 for 1. Allowed the 1 run, the 5-3 RBI ground out from Jeremiah earlier. First offering to Turner. Slider for a strike at the knees.
And back to Nahar. I mean, unlike so many hitters in this league, he's probably the most aggressive one, always swinging at the first pitch, rather.
And he does not take pitches at all. The 0-1 from Nino. Slider mid-vertically, but outside. 1-1.
I mean, a guy like Quincy Villa is touted as one of the better hitters in the league. Takes until 2 strikes are on him. It's just such a different approach.
Yeah, Nahar only 10 walks on the year to 25 Ks. Like you mentioned, the 1-1 hit hard on the ground to Liner, who collects up the middle, over from short. The throw to Taylor in time. 6-3 ground out ends the bottom of the third. We'll head to the top of the fourth, but Alameda gets one back. Back for the top of the fourth in Alameda. 1-1 ball game between the Crawdads and the Merchants. The away team, Walnut Creek up to bat. New pitcher for Alameda, it's Rocco Borelli, the right-hander from Chico State, facing the heart of the Walnut Creek order. Joey Donnelly, Zach Justice, Cam Taylor, 3, 4, 5. Right-hander Borelli kicks and fires. Donnelly takes a slider upstairs for a strike. 0-1. Borelli, a rising senior at Chico. 1.42 ERA in 4 games for Alameda. Last pitched against the Crawdads on Tuesday. The 0-1, swing and a miss on the changeup away. 0-2 count to Donnelly. Borelli went 2 innings against the Crawdads on Tuesday in that 7-4 win at Monte Vista. Allowed just 1 hit, 6 batters faced. The 0-2 slider bounces in front of home plate. Mendoza blocks it. 1-2 to Donnelly. Popped up to shallow center field. His last time up in the first. Shortstop Jeremiah collected that one. Borelli kicks and deals. The 1-2 hit on the line, foul territory on the right side. Still 1-2. Donnelly's just a bit out in front of that.
Yeah, staying ambitious like he has been after going hitless in 2 games. He's been really aggressive since.
Yeah, since those 2 games where he was hitless, now hits in back-to-back games. The 1-2 from Borelli, fastball up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Donnelly. Crawdad right fielder has been elite all summer long. Earned himself an all-star selection. The 2-2 slider grounded softly to second. Turner collects, throws the first in time. First man Borelli sees retired. Here comes Zach Justice with 1 down, nobody on in the top of the 4th.
Catcher number 26, Zach Justice.
Justice has hits in 6 of his last 8 games for Walnut Creek. It's brought his average up to 211. He was up and down earlier this year, but right now he's been hot. 3 multi-hit games in his last 6. First pitch from Borelli, slider at the knees, strike 1. Justice hit the big fly to straightaway left center field last night. The 0-1, fastball at the belt, strike 2.
Borelli really aggressive as well against one of the better hitters for the Crawdads of late.
Yeah, he's just been throwing strikes. It's the recipe for success here in the CCL. The 0-2 from Borelli. Justice takes low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Former Oregon Duck. Justice now going to San Diego State. First season with the Aztecs will begin this fall. The 1-1 hit softly on the ground, over to short. Jeremiah collects the throw. To Luna is in time. 2 retired via the ground ball for Rocco Borelli. Tries to hold this game where it's at, 1-1. 2 down now in the top of the 4th. Here's Cam Taylor.
5, Cam Taylor.
Taylor flew out to left field in the 2nd to lead off that inning. 0 for 1 today. Borelli agrees to this sign from Mendoza. First pitch to the lefty. Half swing. Fastball called a strike at the knees. Taylor grew up in Georgia. In the transfer portal looking for his 4th college. The 0-1. Slider misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Taylor. Borelli whip under 1 as the 1-1 from him. High chopper over to second. Turner collects. Throws to first. 3 straight ground balls for Rocco Borelli. Induced the Crawdads retired in order. Led to the bottom of the 4th. Still a 1-1 ball game between the Merchants and the Crawdads. In the home half of the fourth, Crawdads and the Merchants still tied at 1. Alameda up to bat. 5, 6, 7 due up. Tackless, Bitter, and Luna. Nathan Nino going out for his 4th inning of work. He's allowed 1 run on 1 hit and error as well. Apart from that, he's been pretty stellar thus far. Tackless from the left side. New Mexico State commit readies. So 0 for 1 with a K. First offering, a slider fouled over towards us on the ground, right side. 0-1 to the San Francisco native. 208 hitter in 15 games for Alameda. Nino kicks and delivers the 0-1. Slider hit high in the air. Left side of the infield. Leininger now into center field, and he puts it to the glove. First man retired for Nino. He tries to get through for another good inning. So here's Jaden Bitter, the designated hitter. That rhymes. Was hit by a pitch to lead off the home half of the second. Looking for his first hit on the year. First delivery from Nino. Fastball at the knees, strike 1.
This game feeling a lot like the one this past week between these two teams in Alameda.
Yeah, Crawdads eventually won 4-2 off an RBI single from Ellis late in the game. The 0-1 slider from Nino goes for a strike.
Very cold day as well. I mean, the bats just haven't seemed all there yet outside of the Nahar knock that was ruled an error.
Yeah. Now the 0-2 from Nino. Bitter gets his first hit of the year. Soft line drive into shallow left. Coupland collects. He'll throw in.
That's why they're DHing him. He's a guy that can really focus on the ball. Had a good at-bat his first time, or plate appearance his first time up, hit by a pitch. If he can stay hot in this game, he might force himself to get more hitting time next year.
Absolutely. Whether that be at Ball State or wherever he plays summer ball in 2026. Definitely a good start for Bitter. A 1-out base runner for the Merchants. And here comes Angelo Luna. Has the lone hit for Alameda today. Singled in the second, but was caught stealing. Nino from the stretch. First offering to the lefty, a slider fouled back. 0-1. Luna, a 3-game hit streak after that single. Was 1 for 3 against the Crawdads on Wednesday right here. And 1 for 2 last night against the Seagulls with a double. Nino, a throwback to first. Bitter slides safely.
Merchant's already with a right-hander up and warming for him, even though Borelli did a really good job last inning.
Yeah, this one could be a bullpen sort of game for Alameda. They've got lots of guys ready to go. The 0-1 to Luna. Slider hit hard on the ground, right side, foul.
Looks like Zane Boltz is the guy warming up in left, perhaps.
I believe that's AJ Gamboa, the right-hander, who's seen the Crawdads already this week.
Oh, you're right. I thought the 1 was a 4.
It's all good. We're 300 feet away from the bullpen. Still 0-2 at the dish to Luna, the Pittsburgh, California native, rising sophomore at St. Edwards. He had 294 in 30 games there this spring. Nino sets belt high, the 0-2. Fastball runs outside, 1-2. Merchants trying to play spoiler here to the Crawdads, who would need a win to clinch second place in the CCL North. Should they fail to do so, they'll travel to San Luis Obispo as the 3 spot to play the Blues on Tuesday. 1-2 to Luna. Breaking ball hit hard on the ground, foul right at first base.
Almost a nightmare there for the Crawdads because Donnelly not exactly that close to the line, and Taylor missed that ball, but thankfully called foul.
Absolutely, Crawdads catch a break. Luna's been early, hitting everything to the pull side. See if he can square one up here. Bitter, a decent lead at first. Now the 1-2. Fastball high and tight, 2-2. Nino struggled this spring with the Pacific Tigers, 17 appearances, 4 of them starts. He's 1-3 with a 13.8 ERA. Eventually got moved to the bullpen and started to even it out. Righty brings the 2-2 home. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw to second, bounces away from Leininger. Bitter up and moving. He'll go over to third. No throw. Still a stolen bag for Jaden Bitter, but Luna strikes out swinging. 2 down and an RBI chance for Mateo Mendoza, the catcher.
That's a rare bad throw from Zach Justice. Usually on line with all of his throws, and that one feet in front of second base. Bitter. He knew he was off to the races at that point.
Merchants trying to take the lead. 90 feet away from doing so. That's Bitter at third. Mendoza 0 for 1 today. Had a soft line out to Cam Taylor over at first back in the second inning. Mendoza went to CSU San Bernardino out of high school. Made 9 appearances there and then transferred to Marin College. Now rising senior at San Jose State. First offering from Nino to the right-hander. Fastball up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Mendoza 2 for his last time he played against the Seagulls on Thursday. The 1-0 slider below the knees, 2-0. Nino 3 2/3 thus far. Has allowed 2 hits on the day. 1 run has come across as of yet. The 2-0, another high and tight fastball. 3 balls, no strikes to Mendoza. Dylan McShane, the 6'9" right-hander in the bullpen for Walnut Creek. We'll see how long manager Brant Cummings gives Nino here. The 3-0. Called a strike at the knees. A fastball there from Nino. Still a hitter-friendly count to Mendoza. Trying to score Bitter from third. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 ball game. The 3-1 from Nino. Fastball at the knees, hit in foul territory on the left side. Full count.
Good battle from Nino. Dishing out some hard pitches to stab at. Got the strike looking, and then that one in on the hands.
Yeah, trying to come all the way back and get out of the jam. Agrees to this sign from Justice. The payoff from the righty. Ball 4 upstairs. Nino missed with the fastball. Now it's runners on the corners. Chase Dittmar, the third baseman, up. Flew out to right field in the second. It's 0 for 1.
Now batting, number 7, Chase
Dittmar, rising redshirt junior at University of Nevada, Las Vegas. His best year came as a redshirt freshman in 2024, where he hit .296 in 41 games for the Rebels. 24 runs batted in. RBI chance for him here. He's got 6 on the year with Alameda. Swings and misses at the first offering from Nino. Heater at the knees. Oh 1 to Dittmar. Has also pitched twice back in mid-June as a position player. Since then has just been a hitter. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider at the belt. 0-2. Really nice recovery at bat thus far from Nino. Looks for the punch out. Trying to get out of the 2-on jam. Nino agrees to this signal from Justice. The 0-2 to Dittmar. Slider below the knees. Justice stays on top of it. Now 1-2. Bitter at third. Mendoza at first. Still 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. Tie ball game between the Crawdads and the Merchants. Nino kicks and fires the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He gets Dittmar to bite on the slider at the knees. Nathan Nino strands 2, and now he's through 4. No runs across on 1 hit and 1 walk. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Crawdads trying to take the lead again. In the away half of the 5th inning, tie ball game between the Crawdads and the Merchants. 6, 7, 8 due up for Walnut Creek. Leininger, Coupland, and Esquivel facing the new pitcher AJ Gamboa, right-hander from Pittsburgh, California, as a rising senior at Christian Brothers University. Gamboa pitched against the Crawdads earlier this week. Went 2 innings, allowed just 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts against the Crawdads on Wednesday right here in Alameda. Gamboa making his 9th appearance on the year. Well rested. Last time he pitched was that Wednesday outing. He's 1-0 with a 1.92 ERA in 14 innings pitched.
Yeah, Merchants with a lot of good arms. They might as well just throw everyone today because, you know, they have no other games to play for.
Exactly. Try and mess with the rival Crawdads, who have just gotten 2 hits, 1 run across, both of which came in the 3rd. So here's the Georgetown, Texas native Leininger from the left side. A 2025 All-Star selection for Walnut Creek. So 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. First offering, swing and a miss on the low slider. Leininger redshirted his freshman year at Oklahoma this spring, now in the transfer portal. The 0-1 from Gamboa. Outside fastball, 1-1. Leininger 8 multi-hit games this season, trying to get his first of the day on the right-hander. Gamboa turns and delivers the 1-1. Flared into shallow left field. Coming on is Nystrom to make the catch.
Unlucky for Leininger. Nice piece of hitting, pushing it the other way. Just a little bit too hard hit.
Yeah, that's kind of been his problem. He hits everything really hard. He's been robbed of plenty of extra base hits. Now there's one down in the top of the 5th for Joe Coupland. It's also 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left field in the 2nd. Coupland, the rising sophomore at Chabot College. Two-way player for both the Gladiators and the Crawdads this summer. Gamboa's first offering to the righty. Slider loops in to the middle part of the zone. 0-1. Coupland hits in back-to-back games. Last 2 he's played in. 1 for 3 against the Merchants on Friday. The 0-1 from Gamboa. Same pitch, different location. Slider misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Coupland, who has hits in 4 of his last 5, including 2 multi-hit outings. The 1-1. High off-speed pitch, 2-1. Coupland has appeared in 17 games now as a hitter for Walnut Creek. 222 hitter with 8 runs batted in. The 2-1 from Gamboa. Fastball high and tight, 3-1. Hitter-friendly count to Coupland. 5 of his 10 hits on the year for extra bases. 2 doubles, 3 long balls. Gamboa turns and delivers a 3-1. Coupland hits it high in the air, left field side. Nystrom going back about 10 feet from the warning track, and he puts it away. Busy man Nystrom is in this top of the 5th. Now it's the right-hander Chris Esquivel. Singled in the 3rd, was later driven in by Calvillo on the 3rd baseman's RBI single.
2 hard hit balls out to the left fielder Nystrom as well. Crawdads with a little bit of unluckiness. Gamboa giving him good pitches to hit, just not being able to get him down to the grass.
Hits coming at a premium here today. Just 4 combined, 2 for each team. Gamboa, first pitch to Esquivel. Popped up high in the air, left field side. Ditmar over from 3rd, and it'll drop in foul territory. So it's 0-1 now to Esquivel. Gets away with 1 there. Esquivel originally from San Diego. Went to University of San Diego right out of high school, then transferred to St. Mary's College as a sophomore. His family moved out to the Virginia area. So now that his time at St. Mary's has concluded, he's going to Catholic in D.C. Committed just a couple days ago, returned to the team last night. Pinch hit and struck out in that at-bat. The 0-1 to the center fielder. Breaking ball low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Esquivel hitting .221 in 26 games for Walnut Creek. He's been really stellar defensively at second for the most part. The 1-1, another slider below the knees.
His discipline has gotten a lot better this year as well. He's made a lot better contact these past few games. Had that really hard hit single the other way earlier.
Trying to get another one here. Gamboa with the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball at the belt. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Esquivel. 2 down, no one on in the top of the 5th. Still a 1-1 game between the Crawdads and the Merchants. Gamboa looking to escape the inning. Here's the 2-2. Esquivel hits it high in the air, left field. Nystrom going back to the warning track, and it drops off the wall. Esquivel rounding first. He'll go into second. A 2-out double, and the Crawdads stay alive.
Just when people were forgetting about Esquivel, he's on his trip to the East Coast. He's back in 2 hits today. Big spots for him as well. Nearly a home run there.
Yeah, big outing today for Esquivel, his 3rd double on the season. It's now an RBI chance for Hunter Hirayama. Laid down a nice bunt in the 3rd to move Esquivel into scoring position. Productive out later became a run as Esquivel was driven in. So here comes Hirayama, that baby blue bat on a 3-game hitting streak. Appearing in his 6th game now for Walnut Creek. Gamboa kicks and fires. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Hirayama, a guy with a really great hit tool that we've seen, Casey. Doesn't hit the ball super hard, just puts it where the defense isn't. It's been a good recipe for success. The 0-1 to the righty. Swing and a miss. Slider low. That was a filthy pitch from Gamboa.
He also has speed. I mean, he had a bunt single yesterday. He's a guy we've seen defensively track balls really well with his speed.
0-2 count to Hirayama. Gamboa peers to second. Now he comes home. Slider hit the other way into left field. Esquivel rounding third. The throw to home. Mendoza not there. A nice cover from Gamboa to prevent Hirayama from going to first, but there's an RBI single from the second baseman.
Once again, Hunter Hirayama showing why the Crawdads brought him aboard. Clutch piece of hitting for him. And again, just driving that one to left field, pulling it nicely for a base hit.
His first RBI as a Crawdad, now a 4-game hit streak for Hirayama. He has been awesome in limited action for Walnut Creek. Still 2 down in the top of the 5th. Crawdads a newfound 1-run lead. Here's Ryan Ellis as the lineup flips over. 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks. Gamboa from the stretch. First offering to Ellis. Fastball at the knees. Strike 1. Hirayama, like we were talking about, plenty of speed. We'll have to see if he swipes a bag here. About an 8-foot lead for him at first. Gamboa with a throwback to first. Hirayama is safe. Luna didn't even bother tagging. Still 0-1 to Ellis. He himself riding a 5-game hit streak for Walnut Creek. He's been nails in this late playoff push. Takes the slider in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ellis had the go-ahead RBI single, the top of the 9th the last time the Crawdads were here in Alameda. Eventually won them the game with it. The 1-1 from Gamboa. Fastball in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ellis.
Yeah, I mean, a good take. Anything to get to the Merchants bullpen even further, knowing that they've used 3 of their best arms on in their entire roster to start this game.
And speaking of the bullpen, Will Benini, the right-hander, stretching out over in the bullpen. Hasn't thrown any yet. Gamboa, first base side of the rubber. The 2-1 to Ellis. Fastball fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hirayama still at first. 2 down in the top of the 5th. Crawdads leading 2-1. Ellis takes his time, now digs back into the left-handed batter's box. Gamboa looking for an out here. The 2-2. Strike 3 called at the knees. A fastball from Gamboa gets the job done. Crawdads take the lead back. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th. Alameda comes up to bat, trailing by 1.
Home half of the 5th inning, Crawdads lead 2-1 as the Alameda Merchants will take Hacks, trailing 2-1 against the Crawdads, who want to win and clinch the 2nd spot in the CCL North today. Nathan Nino, the right-hander, stays on the hill for the Crawdads. He's done a good job so far. Gave up 1 run, but unearned. He struck out 4. They'll face the top of the order here in the bottom of the 5th, starting with the right-hander Dominic Nahar. First offering to Dominic. He fouls it right side slowly, 0-1. Nahar is responsible for scoring that lone run of the game. Had a 3-base error he reached on in the 3rd, hitting it the other way out to right center. Got to 3rd base and eventually scored. He's had a great season so far. As Nino sets, now winds and deals the 0-1. Nahar hits it high in the air, straight away center field. Esquivel takes 2 steps in, puts the glove up, and makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 5th.
That's big. Nahar has now been retired twice. They've let him on once. And like we've talked about earlier in this broadcast, Casey, kind of the formula for Walnut Creek. They need to just keep him at bay.
With 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, it'll bring up Jace Jeremiah. He walked and grounded out today. It was a light blue bat to match his Merchants uniform. Nino looking for the retirement as sends a breaking ball high, 1-0. Jeremiah leads the Merchants in RBIs with 22. He's playing his first game since last Friday against the Crawdads, when Crawdads were able to take a 2-1 win, inching them closer to the postseason. Nino looks in, the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball just a bit low. It's back to the slider, 2-0. Jeremiah on a 4-game on-base streak, native of San Mateo, passed up the opportunity to play with his hometown team, the Legends. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball clips his elbow. Jeremiah in a little bit of pain initially. He'll throw his gear back to the dugout, and that's yet another hit-by pitch, the 3rd of the game, thrown by Nathan Nino.
Yeah, he's struggled a little bit with his command today, Casey. Obviously 3 hit-by pitches, a couple of walks as well. But overall, he's been effective at retiring and stranding base runners.
Fastball hit Jeremiah right in the elbow on his left side. 1 out. A man on first in the bottom of the 5th for Jackson Nystrom. He was one of those hit-by-pitch victims. He also struck out as he digs out of the right side, hitting in the 3 spot. Nino back to the stretch, trying to get through 5 innings. First offering, runner goes, pitch called a strike, no throw. Breaking ball found the zone, 0-1, but Jeremiah stealing second base. That's his 13th bag swipe of the year.
He had a fantastic jump from first, Casey, just as new. No point in even trying to throw to him.
Now runner at second, 0-1, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. That one hit on the ground, up the middle. Second baseman Hirayama ranging to his right, throws to first in time. Runner moves to 3rd, but there's now 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th with the tying run 90 feet away.
Really great play from Hirayama over there at second. Sliding, backhand grab, and picks up puts it on the line to Taylor.
Second baseman, number 5.
So 2 outs for
Turner.
Cy Turner in the bottom of the 5th. Tying runner over at third. Turner 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out as he digs out of the left side. True utility man, has played 6 different defensive positions this year. Nino looks in, now the first offering. Swing and a miss. Fastball low and away, 0-1. Cy Turner is playing his first game in over a week. Last played at San Luis Obispo on July 19th. Had 2 hits in that game, including a home run, driving in 2. The 0-1, another swing and a miss. That time the breaking ball even lower, 0-2.
Slider has been working really well for Nino in this inning and on the day as well. Lots of bites, but the bats can't find it.
Nino agrees to the sign, now set at the belt. From the stretch, he looks in, now sends the pitch home. Swing and a miss. 3 swinging strikes for Nathan Nino on that at-bat. Sitting down Turner on the heater. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning, 2-1 Crawdads.
Number 17.
Top side of the 6th inning here at Pat Bale Field in Alameda. Crawdads lead 2-1 over the Merchants, and they'll see a new pitcher. It's the right-hander Will Bonini, who's been lights out for the Merchants this season. 0.65 ERA in 13 2/3 innings, 10 strikeouts to 4 walks. He actually saw the Crawdads 4 days ago in the loss. He was actually credited with the loss, but didn't give up any earned runs. He allowed the game-winning hit after inheriting runners. As the Crawdads will try to add on to their lead here in the top of the 6th inning. It'll be 2-3-4. Cam Calvillo, Joey Donnelly, Zach Justice to hit this inning. Bonini, right-hander on the hill, facing off against the right-handed hitting third baseman Cam Calvillo. Bonini looks in, now fires the first offering. Fastball down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Calvillo's had a busy day today. He walked in the first, RBI single in the third. He was out trying to stretch it into a double. Bonini stares in, now set at the belt. Lifts the leg, the 0-1. As Calvillo drives it out to deep right field. Tackless going back, it's going to drop off the bottom of the wall. Calvillo rounding first. He'll get into second base, jogging in without a slide, and that's a leadoff double for Cam Calvillo in the top of the 6th.
That's the Cam Calvillo the Crawdads are used to, Casey. A guy who just drills stuff the other way, plenty of power, great contact bat, and that's what they needed. Now with Donnelly up, big spot for the Crawdads trying to increase the lead.
2 hits on the day for Cam Calvillo. 2 big ones so far, as Bonini will instantly go to the stretch as Joey Donnelly digs in. Crawdads' best hitter this year. He's 0 for 2, pop out and a ground out. Calvillo at second, nobody out top of the 6th. The tall Bonini looking at second, now home. The pitch as Donnelly fouls it straight back, 0-1. Donnelly has the highest average on the Crawdads by 100 points, hitting .353. It's the highest average in the CCL North. His hits in back-to-back games after 2 straight hitless games. A 1 count on him. Nobody out. Bonini fires the 0-1. Half swing from Joey Donnelly. Gets to the backstop. Quickly 0-2 on the lefty hitting all-star right fielder.
A couple of high pitches for Bonini. Donnelly has been chasing up in the zone. Gotta imagine Bonini's gonna try and go low.
2 home runs on the year for Donnelly. He's had 9 doubles. That also leads the Crawdads. Bonini from the stretch, kicks and deals the 0-2. Pitch, strike 3 call. Fastball outside corner. Donnelly vehemently disagrees with it as he'll take the slow jog back to the dugout. 1 out with a runner on second in the top of the 6th.
Catcher, number 26, Zach Justice.
That'll bring up the catcher, Zach Justice. He's grounded out to shortstop twice. He digs out of the right side. Calvillo at second, 1 out, top of the 6th. Bonini trying to get out of the trouble. Bonini set at the belt. Takes a couple looks at second. Now home. The pitch. A little bit low on the fastball. 1-0. Justice has hits in 6 of his last 8 games. Now has 4 multi-hit games on the year. He's been swinging the bat very well, pulling it to left field. Doing a great job. Bonini's 1-0 offering. Half swing from Justice. The appeal said he didn't go around. Pitch was low. 2-0 on Zach Justice. Hit a home run yesterday, his 4th of the year. 104 miles an hour off the bat to left center. Bonini set again. Takes a deep breath. Looking over at Calvillo, the 2-0. Pitch just a bit inside. Fastball was close, but 3-0 on Zach Justice, who's trying to get on base more, as a .291 on base percentage. Doesn't walk a whole lot, but he swings the bat very well. The 3-0. Just barely fouled off the bat, and that one hits the catcher Mendoza, who's in a little bit of pain as he grabs his right hand. A 3-1 count on Justice. Mateo Mendoza up to retrieve the ball, trying to walk it off.
Painful to get a foul tip like that off Justice's bat. A guy who swings it really hard. And already from Bonini, a hard-throwing right-hander. Certainly doesn't tickle, Casey.
Absolutely. Crawdads looking for their 5th win in a row after their playoff chances looked pretty bleak. Walnut Creek clinched the postseason yesterday with a win over the Legends. Today, all the marbles rely on the Crawdads clinching the 2nd spot, which would allow them to host a playoff game on Tuesday. 3-1 count at the dish for Justice. He digs back in. Calvillo at second base with 1 out in the top of the 6th. Bonini out of the stretch. Fires the 3-1 as Justice hits it hard on the ground straight to third base. Ditmar gloves, throws to first in time for the 2nd out of the top of the 6th. Calvillo staying at second base.
It's a good pitch to hit for Justice. Unfortunately, really nice offering low in the zone from Bonini. Just hits it into the ground.
So after the leadoff double to start the top of the 6th, 2 straight retired for Will
First
Bonini,
baseman, number 5,
who has
Taylor.
the lowest ERA on the Merchants. He's not a qualified pitcher in the league, but one of the best we've seen. The lefty hitter Cam Taylor digs in after the ground out. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out to left and a ground out to second base. Runner at second, Calvillo. Bonini trying to get out of the trouble. The pitch, low fastball taken for a ball by Taylor, 1-0. Taylor's been playing some of his best baseball lately. 2 RBIs on 2 singles yesterday. He's been on base in all but 1 of his performances this year. 26 of 27 games featuring him on base. Bonini set at the belt, the 1-0. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Change up that time outside corner, 1-1. And not only that, Taylor has hits in 7 of his last 10 games. He's a base stealing threat, leads the Crawdads with 8 swiped bags this year. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball high and tight, taken for a ball, 2-1. Taylor, no stranger to summer ball, a guy who has battled a lot of injuries. Despite being 23 years of age, he has 2 years of eligibility left. So he'll look for a new school out of the portal. The 2-1. Fastball scoots inside. 3-1 on Taylor. Takes without hesitation. Merchants trying to play spoiler. They have nothing to lose or gain. They were eliminated from the 2025 playoff picture. The season series is tied between these teams 4-4. The 3-1 pitch as Taylor lifts it out to shallow left center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Calvillo touches third. He'll come around and score standing, and Cam Taylor advancing to second base. A big knock for Cam. 3-1 Crawdads.
Exactly what the Crawdads needed, and Taylor showcasing that new approach he's been taking. Casey flares it the other way, shallow left. Came into this year as a really heavy pull side guy, flashed the power in that respect, but now is adjusted and is doing really well in 0-2 counts.
Taylor now with hits in 8 of his last 11 games, as it's 3-1 Walnut Creek. As the lefty hitter Riley Leininger looks to continue the inning with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Crawdads scoring in back-to-back innings now. Bonini still working out of the stretch. Leininger digs in. He's 0 for 2. The first pitch. Fastball low and inside. 1-0. Leininger's another guy that has had an up-and-down year. He's hitting .243 right now. But after that brief slump post-All-Star break, he's been back hitting. Has hits in 4 of his last 5 games. Taylor over at second. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the low fastball. Gets Leininger to go. 1-1. And I talked to Leininger yesterday. He said he feels really comfortable playing at shortstop. Started the year a lot at third, made a few errors there, and has gotten some leeway with the reinforcements. Playing it short. Bonini's 1-1 offering. Swing and a miss. Same pitch. Low fastball gets him to go. 1-2.
Leininger's been biting a lot at stuff lower in the zone today. Everything kind of a scooping swing from the left-hander.
He'll have to protect with 2 strikes on the 1-2 count. Bonini looking to get out of the inning without any more damage. Looks back at second. Now the pitch. Fastball. Strike 3 looking. 2 looking Ks in the inning for Bonini, but he allows a run. Leininger very much disagrees with it, but that'll end the inning. The Crawdads with a run on 2 base hits. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-1 Walnut Creek. Bottom of the 6th inning here in Alameda. Crawdads got 1 last inning, so they lead 3-1 over the Merchants. The new right-hander on the hill is the 6'9" man from Stockton, Dylan McShane. He was the opening day starter for the Crawdads, moved more into a relief role as of late, as he relieves Nathan Nino. But a very good outing for the Crawdads, going 5 full innings, striking out 6 total hitters, not allowing an earned run. The first guy to dig in against McShane will be the lefty hitter, Aiden Tackless. He hits out of the 5-hole. McShane trying to keep the Crawdads with the lead. First offering, fastball a little bit high, taken for a ball, 1-0.
If you couldn't tell from the sound of that in Justice's glove, McShane the hardest thrower on the Walnut Creek bullpen.
Absolutely. The 1-0, fastball again, that time for a strike. 1-1 on Aiden Tackless. And yeah, we called a game earlier this year where McShane hit 94 miles an hour on the 4-seam fastball. We'll want to dial up the heat again. The windup, the 1-1. Goes to the fastball, that time outside. 3 straight 4-seam fastballs from McShane, but it's a 2-1 count on Tackless. in the transfer portal out of Manhattan College. Hit .321 in 2025 in the Bronx. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fourth straight heater. 2-2 count on Aiden Tackless, who was a late addition to this Alameda squad. Came a month late. He's been solid ever since joining. 11 hits and 53 at-bats. The 2-2. Half swing from him. The call. Strike three. Breaking pitch on the outside corner. And finally an off-speed pitch from McShane as he retires Tackless to begin the bottom of the sixth.
Really nice slider from McShane, just floats into the lower outside part of the zone.
Designated hitter number
Just does a really nice job.
24,
The slider
Jaden
moves really
Bitter.
well. The fastball moves really well. That's a very good first at-bat for McShane.
One out for Jaden Bitter, the designated hitter, heading out of the right side with his cream Merchants uniform stained brown with dirt. First offering from McShane. Breaking ball finds the heart of the plate. 0-1. Bitter in the unique position. He's 1 for 1 today, but it's his first game hitting for the Merchants. A known pitcher by trade. The 0-1 fastball finds the zone. Quickly 0-2 on Bitter. Not something you see every year, a guy making his hitting debut the last game of the season, especially since the Merchants won't be going to the playoffs, but he's doing it nonetheless. The 0-2, fastball just a bit high. 1-2 on Bitter. And not only that, he's had a good game. He's 1 for 1, hit by pitch, a single, a stolen base. Not a bad way to start your hitting career in the CCL.
No, not at all.
McShane shakes off 2 strikes, now agrees to the third. The 1-2, half swing from Bitter. He didn't go around. Pitch outside on the fastball, 2-2. And Bitter is not just a normal pitcher. He's absolutely lights out. 44 strikeouts on the year as a pitcher. Trying to be a two-way guy. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball taken high. 3-2 on Bitter. Works an 0-2 into a 3-2. Hit .250 at Ball State in 2025. Originally from Los Gatos. The 3-2 pitch from McShane. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks to start the outing for Dylan McShane in the bottom of the sixth, as he has Bitter looking silly on the pitch, low and away.
Whew. Filthy backdoor breaking ball from Dylan McShane there. The slider just moves so much horizontally. It's extremely hard for righty hitters to locate when he's throwing strikes.
McShane looking very solid so far out of the bullpen, trying to lower his ERA in the mid-5s. So that brings up Angelo Luna. He singled in the second, also struck out. McShane winds and deals the first offering, high fastball, 1-0. Luna also struck out against Nino in the fourth. He's 1 for 2 overall. Hitting out of the left side. Comes into today with hits in back-to-back games. The 1-0, fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. Angelo Luna committed to St. Edward's, a school in Austin, Texas, at the D2 level. Played JUCO ball before. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball low and away. Quickly 3-0 on Luna, who last appeared against the Crawdads on July 26th. He had a double in that game, but the Crawdads won 4-2. 2-1. Fastball outside. 3-1. Luna at Consumnes River College. Pretty solid year, hitting .294, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Did strike out a lot, 31 strikeouts. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike, outer corner. Runs the count full. And now McShane going for 3 straight Ks here in the bottom of the sixth. McShane wasting no time. First base side of the rubber. Winds and deals the 3-2. Half swing. Did he go? Appeal to first. Got him. Dylan McShane strikes out the side. And that's 4 straight Ks for the Crawdad staff. Walnut Creek leads 3-1. Sitting down the Merchants in order. We'll go to the top of the 7th here in Alameda. Crawdads with a 2-run lead. They lead 3-1 as we begin the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher on the hill for the Merchants as they trail by 2. Adrian Bowles, the USC freshman right-hander, will toe the rubber. Didn't play this past season with the Trojans. Redshirted, so he'll be a redshirt freshman this upcoming year. Played at Freedom High School, making his debut with the Merchants on the last day of the season. 6 foot, 187-pounder. Starting with his right hand, he'll face 7-8-9 for the Crawdads, starting with Joe Coupland, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. Bowles from the windup looks in against Coupland. Pitch, fastball bounces 2 feet in front of home plate, 1-0. Coupland has flied out twice to left field. So the Crawdads look to clinch the second spot in the CCL North today. Walnut Creek's gone through a lot of adversity this year, but they have been great these past few games. 4 wins in a row. Coupland waits, the 1-0 pitch from Bowles. Fastball again low, bounces in the dirt. Quickly a hitter's count on Joe Coupland in this 3-1 ball game. Crawdads have scored these last 2 innings. They want to keep that streak going. And the 4-game win streak for the Crawdads is the first such streak since late June. They've been hot here in late July, heading into August. Bowles agrees to the sign, the windup, the 2-0. As Coupland fouls it off the catcher's mask and back, 2-1. Merchants willing to throw out whoever is available to pitch. They're not going to be playing after today, eliminated from the postseason. Crawdads have a lot to play for in this competitive CCL North. 2-1 on Coupland, the pitch. Fastball a bit low as Bowles searching to find the bottom part of the zone. He's missed on 3 fastballs. 3-1 on Coupland.
Yeah, Bowles a really big overhand right-handed delivery. It's led to a lot of late releases.
Coupland waits for the 3-1. Bowles with his glasses, the 3-1 as Coupland drives it out to deep left center field. Nahar chasing, and it's going to drop in the gap for a base hit. Coupland around first. He'll get into second base standing. Leadoff double for Joe Coupland. He keeps up the hot bat.
Yeah, now a 3-game hitting streak for Joe Coupland. Extra base hits in 2 of his last 3. He has just been magnificent for Walnut Creek of late.
He has been an unsung hero for the Crawdads, starting out the season well, then tailing off a bit. Extends his hit streak to 3 games. So he's on second base to start the top of the 7th for Chris Esquivel. He's been busy today, has a double of his own and a single. He's 2 for 2, also scoring 2 of the 3 Crawdad runs. Bowles will pitch out of the stretch. He agrees to the sign. Now comes set. Coupland with a short lead over at second base. First pitch to Esquivel, the righty hitter, bounces in front of home plate, 1-0 on the breaking ball. Esquivel returning to the Crawdads yesterday, came in as a pinch hitter after making a trip to the East Coast to tour colleges. Did commit to Catholic University at the D3 level. Bowles, 1-0 pitch. Fastball just a bit low. 2-0 on Esquivel, and Adrian Bowles struggling a bit with command.
Yeah, like I mentioned, that overhand delivery has led to a lot of late releases from that arm slot. We'll see how he tries to adjust here.
2-0 count on Esquivel. Bowles pushes off the rubber as Esquivel grounds it hard over to second base. So Sullivan picks it up, throws to first in time as Joe Coupland in the process advances to third base. 1 out, top of the 7th. Joe Coupland 90 feet away.
Productive out from Chris Esquivel, you know, a guy who's 2 for 2 entering that at-bat. He'll take it. He's gotten his personal success already. Now it's about the team trying to increase the lead.
Yeah, Crawdads with a 2-run lead. They know no lead in the CCL is safe. Very unpredictable league, especially late in innings, as Hunter Hirayama will dig in for the 3rd time. He's had a busy day in the 9-hole. Sacrifice bunt and an RBI single. As the infield comes way in for the Merchants, trying to gun down Coupland. The first pitch to Hirayama, the righty hitter, in there for a strike. Fastball hard of the plate, 0-1. Hirayama, the 4th St. Mary's Gale to suit up for the Crawdads this year. In the transfer portal out of the school in Moraga. Bowles looks in from the stretch, the 0-1. Hirayama grounds it foul left side, 0-2. Hunter's had a very good start to the year with the Crawdads. Joined the team 5 days ago. He's had 3 hits in 5 games this season. Trying to be big at the bottom of the order for Walnut Creek. 0-2 count on him. Bowles, the 0-2. And that one hits the shoulder. Breaking ball had Hirayama turning on it, and luckily he seems to be okay, trotting to first. It'll be runners on the corners, top of the 7th, 1 out.
Very patient approach from Hirayama there, and Bulls looks like maybe overcorrected on the breaking ball, released it way too high, and then it trailed off on the arm side.
Runners on the corners for Ryan Ellis, the leadoff man, as the lineup flips over. He's had a pretty forgettable day. 3 strikeouts, 2 of them looking. So he wants to avenge his day and drive in a run. Copeland at third base, Hirayama at first. Bulls trying to get out of the trouble. The first offering to Ellis, the lefty hitter, is a ball in the dirt. Fastball that time, 1-0. Ellis was a middle infielder for the Crawdads beginning of the year, dealt with some injuries. He's hitting DH. But it's been a position he's done well in. One of the Crawdads' best hitters of late. The 1-0 pitch to Ellis. He hits it high up in the air, foul left side out of play. 1-1. And Ellis has 20 RBIs on the year, second by an active Crawdad. 7 RBIs his last 5 games. Also riding a 5-game hit streak with extra base hits in 4 of those games. Bulls looks in, the 1-1 pitch. And Ellis hits it on the ground softly back to the pitcher, Bulls. He'll throw to first in time. The runner Hirayama from first advances to second. Copeland stays at third. So it's second and third, top of the 7th, 2 outs. Barely any contact from Ellis there.
Yeah, he's able to just get enough of it and nearly legged it out.
So Nico DeFazio will be the pinch hitter for Cam Calvillo. Calvillo had a good game. It was a 2 for 2 with a walk, a single, and a double. But DeFazio digs in. 10 hits on the year, hitting .244. Hitting out of the right side. First offering to him, fastball away, 1-0. Hirayama on second, Copeland on third. Crawdads lead 3-1. One swing could increase that lead to even more, potentially 4 runs. Bulls agrees to the sign. Picks up the leg, the 1-0. As DeFazio cracks it out to the gap in right center field, it's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Hirayama. He's in without a slide. It's a 2 RBI single for Nico DeFazio. Crawdads lead 5-1. 2 outs, top of the 7th.
Wow, great piece of hitting. DeFazio goes the other way on a line. And Case, that's a guy who really needed one. Was hitless in his last 4 after going on a 4-game hit streak from July 12th to the 19th. It's good to have him back in hitting. And now Crawdads really flashing the depth that they've recently acquired in the middle infield.
You talk about unsung heroes. That's a guy stepping up in a big moment as he's at first base with the 2 RBI single as Joey Donnelly digs in out of the left side. He's 0 for 3, 2 outs, top of the 7th, 5-1 Walnut Creek. Bulls fires a breaking ball outside, 1-0 to Donnelly. Struck out looking his last time up. Leads the Crawdads in hits with 42 on the year. He's had a season to remember after earning all CCL honors last year with the Saints. The 1-0 pitch to Joey. He fouls it straight back toward the press box, 1-1. Donnelly has hits in back-to-back games after 2 straight hitless games, and those 2 straight hitless games were the first time all year where Donnelly had back-to-back games without a hit. It's been that consistent all year. Bulls waits the 1-1 pitch. That one floats outside. Slider that time. 2-1 on Donnelly. He's tied for the highest average in the CCL North. Has 25 RBIs on the year. That leads the Crawdads. Throw back to first from Bulls. DeFazio back in without a slide. Wind picking up quite a bit. Still blowing out toward right field, where we've seen a few hits this inning. The 2-1 pitch to Donnelly. In the dirt. Runner goes. The throw. Not in time. DeFazio swipes the bag. It's going to be a 3-1 count on Donnelly and another RBI chance for the Crawdads as Nico DeFazio comes up big, stealing his 3rd base of the year.
And what an appearance in this game, Casey. Already with a hit, 2 runs batted in, and now a stolen bag for DeFazio. Have yourself a game, young man.
Yeah, I mean, you come off the bench, don't always expect to play, and he comes in a big moment. 3-1 on Donnelly. Bulls lifts the leg, the pitch, as he hits it hard on the ground, right side. O'Sullivan at second base picks it up, throws to first in time, and that retires the side. But the Crawdads pick up 2 runs on 2 hits and a hit by pitch. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 5-1 Walnut Creek. Bottom of the 7th inning in Alameda as the night sky is almost upon us as we hit 8 o'clock. Crawdads lead 5-1. New pitcher on the hill for Walnut Creek is Raymond Olivas. He's had a very good season so far. Only had 1 outing he struggled in. Has a 3.17 ERA. As the Crawdad pitching staff riding a 4-batter strikeout streak dating back to 2 innings ago as Dylan McShane struck out the side for Walnut Creek. Mendoza digs in first out of the right side. He swings and misses at the first offering. 0-1. Mendoza on the day, 0 for 1, a line out and a walk. Olivas trying to eat up some innings for the Crawdads. A couple innings away from clinching the 2nd spot. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Blows the fastball by him. 0-2 on Mateo.
Yeah, 2 straight heaters from Olivas. He's just a guy that loves to overpower hitters with that heater.
Mendoza plays at San Jose State. Started out at College of Marin. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Strike 3 looking. Make that 5 straight strikeouts for the Crawdads pitching staff. As Olivas joins the party, he has his first K. 1 out, bottom of the 7th.
Beautifully located curveball from Olivas. Really nice drop. Starts at the letters, ends at the knees, and just with a little bit of an extra frame just to make sure it was a strike. Whew, perfect battery action.
So Caleb Latimer digs in for the first time. He substituted in at first base last inning. He hits out of the right side. First offering to him, fastball in there for a strike. Latimer has had a pretty up and down year this season for Alameda, a team that has had a lot of depth, just has struggled to win a surplus of games. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Fastball low and away, 0-2. Latimer hitting 159 on the year. Plays at Oklahoma Baptist University from Fresno originally. Hasn't seen too much action for the Merchants. The windup, the 0-2. Fastball, strike 3. 6 straight strikeouts for Crawdads pitchers. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th as Latimer's frozen on the heater.
Wow, Olivas just dotting the zone right now. He's going up, he's going down, side to side. Every pitch is working. Fastball, curveball, changeup, doesn't matter. He's feeling it right now.
So in an act that maybe would surprise people, O'Sullivan, who actually entered the game at second base, is hitting for Dominic Nahar in the one spot. Best hitter on the Merchants out of the right side. First offering fouled right side out of play, 0-1. O'Sullivan came in last inning at second base. So there was some movement for the Merchants defense. O'Sullivan, another guy that's seen some struggles this season. Seems like TC Fairfield and the Merchants giving guys time now in this last game. O'Sullivan hitting 0-7-1 on the year. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, 1-1. He has bright red batting gloves. Guy that only has 2 base hits and 28 at-bats on the season. One of those hits came against the Crawdads. Ray Olivas puts the glove up, the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground over to shortstop. Leininger scoops, throws hard to first in time. Back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings. Crawdads break the strikeout streak, but they struck out 6 at one point. We'll go to the top of the 8th inning, 5-1 Walnut Creek. Crawdads with a 4-run cushion. They lead 5-1 as we begin the top of the 8th inning. Zach Justice will dig in first against Adrian Bowles, who stays on the hill for his second inning of work. Justice, the catcher, hitting out of the right side. He's grounded out 3 times. It's to rewrite his day. He's had a very good past couple of weeks. Hits in 6 of his last 8 games. Righty on righty matchup. Bowles towing the third base side of the rubber. Now delivers the first pitch. Fastball taken high by Justice, 1-0. Crawdads just a couple of innings away from clinching the 2 spot in the CCL North playoff picture after the Blues won today in a walk-off fashion over the Riptide. The 1-0 pitch from Bowles. Fastball taken low, quickly 2-0 on Justice. Blues fans certainly watching this game right now, knowing that if the Crawdads somehow blow this game, they'll have to go down to slow on Tuesday. Otherwise, the game will be in Danville. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball low and away. 3-0 on Justice. Crawdads controlling their own destiny after a great week of play, trying to extend it to 5 straight wins after tonight. 3-0 on Justice. Bowles from the windup, the pitch. Fastball away, not close. 4-pitch walk to start the top of the 8th as Justice trots to first base.
Really good approach there from Justice. That'll increase his on-base percentage. Hasn't walked a whole lot this year, but disciplined guy.
Yeah, a guy that struggled with sometimes being a little too trigger happy. So that brings up Cam Taylor, the lefty hitter. He's 1 for 3, had a big RBI single in the 6th inning. Crawdads scoring each of the last 3 innings, trying to extend it here. Justice over at first base, not too much of a threat to go. Cam Taylor at the dish. The first pitch to him from Bowles bounces in front of home plate, and it gets past the catcher. Turner can't find it as Justice advances to second base on the wild pitch. 1-0 to Taylor at the dish.
Heads up base running for Zach Justice. Not a guy who has a ton of speed as a backstop, but plenty of it to get the job done there.
Taylor has risen the Crawdad ranks these past couple of weeks as the 2nd highest batting average on the active roster on a team that lost 2 300 hitters at one point this year, lost their best defender in Jared Medham, and Sam Jenkins, one of the top hitters on the team. Taylor stepped up big when called upon. He'll wait for the 1-0 as Bowles gets a new baseball. Justice on second, the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Looping slider makes it 1-1 on Cam Taylor. Guy from Lithonia, Georgia originally. One of the Crawdads not from California, a team that has a lot of players either from California or Texas. Main 2 locations. Bowles checks at second, now the pitch home, the 1-1. Fastball inside. Bowles doesn't get the call, 2-1. Taylor played last year for the Atlanta Blues of the Sun Belt League in summer ball. Coming out to California, trying to find a new university. Bowles the 2-1 pitch. Fastball low, and it gets away from the catcher, Turner. Goes through his legs as Justice just walking into third base. And that's back-to-back, or excuse me, 2 wild pitches during this at-bat for Bowles.
Yeah, Turner, not typically a catcher, plays outfield and third base at collegiately, excuse me. First appearance at catcher for the Merchants this year.
Justice 90 feet away, the 3-1 pitch as it's skied foul behind home plate. Full count on Cam Taylor, guy that walks quite a bit. 21 of those on the year. Started the year struggling with the strikeout, but has picked up his discipline of late. It's 5 walks his last 4 games. He'll wait on the payoff after Bowles giving up 2 runs last inning, trying to eat up some innings. Justice at third, nobody out top of the 8th. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. First strikeout of the evening for Adrian Bowles. He sits down Cam Taylor, 1 out top of the 8th. Zach Justice still at third base.
Really nice breaking ball there from Bowles to the left-hander. Gets the slider with some movement in on the hands and just misses the bat.
That brings up Riley Leininger. He's had a tough day. 0 for 3, a pair of strikeouts and a flyout. 1 out top of the 8th inning. Crawdads just a matter of time away from clinching. The first offering to Leininger, the lefty hitter, bounces off the catcher's mask of Turner, and here comes Justice. That is 3 errant pitches, allowing Justice to move up a grand total of 270 feet and scoring. It's 6-1 Crawdads.
Really tough for the battery duo right there. Bowles hasn't commanded his pitches super well, and the new catcher, Turner, really struggling behind the dish.
Someone bounced off his mask. Has one of those newer masks like Buster Posey. The 1-0. taken inside by Leininger on the fastball, 2-0. And Turner with that orange and black gear. That's why I said Buster Posey. Looks exactly like the Giants colorway.
Yeah, nice comp there.
A 2-0 pitch from Bulls as Leininger cracks it high up in the air, shallow right field. And it's going to be the center fielder O'Sullivan to converge with the second baseman Mendoza and Tackless to make the catch. 2 outs, top of the 8th, 6-1 Crawdads.
Good play from O'Sullivan, not traditionally an outfielder. Doing a nice job in center there.
Bases empty, 2 outs for Joe Coupland. Had a big double in the 7th inning to lead off that inning against Bulls. Later scored. It's 1 for 3 overall. Bulls agrees to the sign, now pitching out of the windup again against the righty. The first offering, breaking ball, hit very slowly just in front of home plate. Turner picks it up, fires to first in time, and that'll retire the side. So it's an interesting inning. Crawdads get a run on just 1 walk and a few pitches to the backstop. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-1 Walnut Creek. The Merchants have 6 outs to work with. They trail 6-1 as we begin the bottom of the 8th inning. Ray Olivas still on the hill for the Crawdads. He looked very good last inning, striking out 2 of the 3 batters he faced. He'll face 2, 3, 4 in the bottom of the 8th inning, starting with Jace Jeremiah. He's been awarded 2 free passes today, 1 by way of the walk and a hit by pitch. He also grounded out, so he's 0 for 1. Has the top 3 buttons of his jersey unbuttoned. Unique look for him. The righty hitter waits from the righty as he cracks it on the ground over to the left side. Leininger on the backhand, picks it up, throws to first in time for the first out of the bottom of the 8th. Riley Leininger flashing his athleticism at shortstop.
That was the smoothest play I think I've seen from Leininger all year long, Casey. Really nice ranging backhand. Beautiful throw on the money.
Jeremiah is a guy that hits the ball hard. Always a tough out. So good for Leininger to get a good defensive look. As Emmett Finney will hit for the first time today in the 3 spot where Jackson Nystrom started the game. Finney, a former Crawdad, hitting out of the right side. First offering to him, he fouls back the fastball, 0-1. Finney didn't see too much time with the Crawdads, wasn't an everyday type of player. He's hitless his last 3 games. He actually homered against the Crawdads opening day. The 0-1 pitch from Olivas. Breaking ball taken low, 1-1. Spent 2025 at San Jose State, went hitless in 4 games. Didn't play in any conference games. The 1-1 pitch from Olivas. Fastball finds the heart of the plate, 1-2. And Finney also started his collegiate career at 2 different JUCOs, Chabot College, Ohlone College, both nestled in the Bay Area. A local guy, originally from Alameda himself. The 1-2 pitch, half swing from him, strike 3 looking. 3 Ks for Ray Olivas through an inning and a third. He has been lights out. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th.
That's exactly right, Casey. Lights out is the perfect way to describe Ray Olivas right now. This is a guy we know has been one of the best bullpen arms for Walnut Creek, really showing why. 3 Ks today.
Merchants only have 4 outs left in their season as the lefty hitter Cy Turner digs in. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. From the windup, the first pitch, swing and a miss. It's rather hit up in the air, left side in foul territory for the 3rd out of the inning. We'll go to the top of the 9th. 1-2-3 inning for Olivas. He's retired the minimum here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Top side of the 9th inning, Crawdads lead 6-1 in Alameda. The new pitcher is a position player, Cy Turner, who has officially played all 9 positions after towing the rubber today. Merchants have nothing to lose or gain. They're not going to see another day. They've been eliminated from the playoffs, so Turner will tow the rubber against the bottom part of the Crawdads order. 8-9-1 due up in the top of the 9th for Walnut Creek. They lead 6-1. Chris Esquivel digs out of the right side against the righty Turner. Here's the first pitch as he hits it high up in the air, left center field, going back O'Sullivan, and that one's going to hit off the base of the wall. Esquivel turning 2, he's going for a triple. The throw, cut off, stand up, triple for Chris Esquivel. Off the first pitch from Cy Turner as he's into third base with no outs, top of the 9th.
My goodness, Chris Esquivel now a homer shy of the cycle, Casey, and I think that's going to be expected the rest of this game. Turner, a position player on the hill, not a guy who's pitched on the year at all for Alameda. This is probably where we're going to see the rest of the game.
Hunter Hirayama will dig out of the right side. With Chris Esquivel 90 feet away. Crawdads with a 6-1 lead. Hirayama 1 for 1 with a single. First offering to him, fastball in there for a strike, going 1. Hirayama also had a sacrifice bunt and a hit by pitch. He also scored a run in the 7th inning. It's the first triple of the year for Esquivel. The 0-1 pitch, fastball away, 1-1. And actually, Riley Leininger was the only Crawdad before that triple to have a triple on the year. Sam Jenkins had one, but not an active player. The 1-1 pitch to Hirayama. He grounds it foul to the backstop. 1-2. Hirayama, a late addition to the Crawdads, originally from Hawaii. It's been a big reinforcement, especially defensively. Nothing has gotten past him at second base. 1-2 count on him. Turner takes a breath. Now the stretch and the 1-2. Fastball bounces behind home plate. Taken for a ball. Esquivel stays put at third base. 2-2.
Yeah, really good block there by Nix, actually, playing in the catcher spot.
Umpires convening about something.
I think just a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like Turner calling time, and his infielders will come to chat with him. Can't imagine Alameda would want to waste pitchers if they don't have to, but at the same time, they're not going to play again. There is someone in the bullpen, a right-hander, warming up. For the Crawdads, it'll be Hirayama, Ellis, Calvillo. If they can keep this inning going as long as they can. 2-2 count at the dish to Hirayama. Nobody out, top 9. Crawdads lead 6-1. Esquivel over at third base after his hit to the deepest part of the ballpark nearly left the yard. Turner looking at third, now home. Brings up the leg, the 2-2. Hirayama fouls it back on the ground. Count stays the same at 2-2.
Actually, really nice deception on the fastball. Hirayama just stays alive.
Including today, the Crawdads pitching staff has only allowed 5 runs the last 3 games. Been absolutely magnificent. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled again, same spot, left side on the ground. Hirayama stays alive against the position player, Cy Turner, who we saw hit today. So they relinquished the DH.
Yeah, Bitter actually over at second to keep him in the lineup.
Absolutely.
Interesting move from TC Fairfield.
Turner 0 for 4 today. The 2-2 pitch to Hirayama as he cracks it on the ground, straight over to shortstop. And it's going to be thrown to first in time by Jeremiah as the 2 infielders on the left side, Winchell and Jeremiah, collided on that play.
Yeah, that one pretty tough. Got to be careful playing in the infield here.
Esquivel stays put at third base. The infield came in. So there's 1 out as the lineup flips over to Ryan Ellis, as that will do it actually for Cy Turner. Had his chance to face a pair of guys. But we'll take a short break for the pitching change here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Runner on third, 1 out, 6-1 Walnut Creek, top 9. Crawdads threatening here in the top of the 9th inning. They lead 6-1 with Chris Esquivel over at third base with 1 out in the inning. Ryan Ellis will dig in against the new pitcher, Garcia. He has a 6 ERA on the year. Right-hander against Ellis, the lefty hitter who's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a ground out. First offering to Ellis, fastball high, 1-0. Jackson Garcia, 22 years of age, from Union City, California. Plays his ball at Chabot College. Teammate of Joe Coupland of the Crawdads. Ellis trying to rewrite his day. First offering, fastball high, 2-0. Crawdads looking to clinch the postseason. Or excuse me, the second spot in the postseason. They clinched the playoffs yesterday. They're in the playoffs for the 4th straight year, trying to get a better spot and host a game. The 2-0 pitch to Ellis. Fastball high again. Quickly 3-0 from Garcia. Escobar over at third base after he tripled on the first pitch of the inning. Then there was a ground ball to the left side. Lineup flips over with Ellis trying to get his first base hit of the day. The 3-0 pitch. As he hits it high in the air in the ballpark straightaway center. It'll be the center fielder O'Sullivan to catch it. Escobar tagging from third. The throw not in time. A late call from the umpire. But Escobar in without a slide, and the Crawdads add on. 7-1, 2 outs, top of the 9th.
Now 8 runs batted in 6 days for Ryan Ellis. Merchants dugout is furious. They can't believe that the tag wasn't in time, but that's the call.
I thought Escobar was safe. I mean, it was a close play and a very good throw from O'Sullivan.
Yeah, it was a good throw, good tag, just not in time. Escobar had crossed.
He didn't slide either. And for the Merchants, I mean, you have to think this game does not matter to them. And they're down by 6. So interesting to argue that furiously at this point in the game and in the season.
Absolutely.
But nonetheless, 2 outs in the inning for Ryan DeFazio.
Somebody just mouthed off. I think they might get tossed.
Yeah, there was a pretty loud remark to the home plate umpire. Might have been obscene language.
And I mean, why you got to drag out the game at this point, Casey? Like this is kind of immature.
Yeah, I mean, the Merchants, like we said, are eliminated from the playoffs. They were down either by 5 or 6, whether or not that call was held up, with only 3 outs left in their season.
And honestly, it kind of feels like sore loser energy to me. You know, Crawdads eliminate them mathematically from the playoffs yesterday with the clinching win. Now Alameda, you know, they were trying to play spoiler earlier, and then Crawdads' offense came alive. It's just interesting, to say the least. I'll leave it at that.
It's been a frustrating day for the Merchants. They only have 2 hits on the game, 1 run. So Crawdad pitching staff has been absolutely lights out today. Garcia will face DeFazio. 2 outs, top of the 9th, 7-1 ball game. First pitch to Nico as he hits it high and foul out of play behind us. 0-1. DeFazio came in as a pinch hitter in the 7th. Was huge for the Crawdads. 2 RBI single. Gave them the 4-run cushion at the time. The 0-1, breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-2 on Nico, who also stole a base that inning. Nico DeFazio lost some playing time when Hunter Hirayama joined the team, but good to see him back on the field today. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball away, 1-2. It's hard to not play a guy like Hirayama daily because of his defense and how much better Leininger has gotten it short. DeFazio competing to get back in the order. The 1-2, fastball high and away, 2-2. That's on top of DeFazio struggling a bit these past 4 or so games coming into today, at least the ones he's played. Had a really good start to the season with the Crawdads. Was a late addition, 3 weeks late. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Nasty slider low in the zone. Gets DeFazio to go. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. 3 outs left potentially in the Alameda Merchants season. Crawdads trying to clinch the 2nd spot here on the Crawdads Streaming Network.
first base coach for the
Welcome back to Alameda. The night sky drapes us here at Pat Bale Field. Crawdads with a 7-1 advantage after scoring last inning, taking the advantage. Crawdads want to clinch here in this inning. Want to avoid any funny business with Brady Wilson, the new pitcher on the hill. The right-hander, the 6 ERA. They'll face Aiden, Tackless, Bitter, and Winchell here in the bottom of the ninth. Wilson pitched in the ninth inning a couple days ago against Menlo Park. His first offering to the lefty hitter. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Tackless 0 for 3. 2 Ks and a pop-out against Brady Wilson, who is now making his 9th appearance of the year. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Low fastball into the glove of Justice on the late hack. 0-2. Gave up 2 against the Legends, but they still won the game. The 0-2 hit high up in the air, shallow center field. Esquivel charging. He overruns it. It's down for a base hit. Tackless singles off the poor defensive play from Esquivel, but it's the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Merchants.
Tough play. Center field, a little bit of a dead spot for the lighting here at Pat Bale Field in Alameda. And also, you know, Esquivel looking straight into the lights, coming across from the left side. Not an easy play.
That'll bring up Jaden Bitter. Wilson will go out of the stretch with the man on first. Nobody out bottom 9. 7-1 Crawdads as the righty hitter digs in. He's 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Fastball middle of the plate. 0-1. Hit by a pitch, singled, stole a base, and struck out is his day. First time hitting. The 0-1, swing and a miss. And when I say first time, first game hitting for Bitter. Normally a pitcher, one of the best pitchers in the league in terms of strikeout stuff. 0-2 count on him. Wilson on the first base side of the rubber. Brings up the leg, the 0-2. Fastball, strike 3 called. The Crawdads have had a strikeout party today in Alameda. That's another K for their staff and 1 out bottom 9.
Yeah, that's the 13th on the day, Casey. Brady Wilson doing a really nice job. Wild Bill living up to the moniker.
Speaking of strikeouts, that brings up Riley Winchell. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That game against McShane. The first offering, fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Crawdads just a couple of outs away, clinching the 2nd spot in the CCL North. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. High fastball, got Winchell to go late. 0-2 on him. He came in as a pinch hitter earlier in the game for Angelo Luna, who was 1 for 2. Merchants down to their final inning of the season, the final 2 outs to be exact. The 0-2 pitch, fastball a little bit high. 1-2, a good miss from Brady Wilson.
Yeah, he's been throwing everything over the heart of the plate. That one just missed high, like you mentioned. But really, he's dared Alameda to try and hit it.
Both these guys are Pacific commits. The 1-2, fastball low, 2-2. Both will go to Stockton in the fall, start their academics, and then play baseball in the spring. Winchell committed out of high school. Brady Wilson spent a year at Sacramento City College. The 2-2 pitch, fouled off the catcher's glove of Justice. Stays alive, 2-2. Wilson, mostly in late relief for the Crawdads this year, has also had some starts on the year when he hasn't come out of the pen. So 1-1 record, mentioned the ERA, just under 6. Hasn't struck out more than 2 in an outing, but has compiled 14 of those on the year in only 4 walks, so good command. The 2-2 pitch with a man on first, breaking ball high. Went to the changeup that time, 3-2 as the count runs full. 1 out in the inning, Tackless over at first base here in the bottom of the 9th. Winchell with the practice hack. Now he digs back out of the right side. The payoff pitch. Hit high up in the air, right side, foul territory. It's going to bounce out of play. Count will stay full.
It looked like Cam Taylor from first had a chance at it, but it really trailed across the fence and out of play.
Winchell and Wilson, both Pacific commits, but from different areas of California. Winchell from Livermore, Brady from up in Sacramento. The payoff pitch once more. Driven right side, foul. Winchell working a good at-bat as the Merchants cling on to their season. It's the last game no matter what for Alameda. Trying to extend this game the last they can before these guys go back to school. 3-2 at the dish to Winchell. Wilson comes set out of the stretch with a man at first. The payoff pitch. Fastball, strike three looking. Winchell can't believe it. That's 14 Ks on the day for the Crawdads pitching staff, and back-to-back for Brady Wilson, matching his season high.
Great defensive framing from Zach Justice. Has the fastball just below the knees, puts it up at the end. Then a nice fluid motion, gets the K.
That'll bring up Jerry Nix, hitting for the first time today. With a man at first, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. A lot of substitutions in this game for the Merchants. Nix was one of them. Hits in the 8th spot for Mateo Mendoza. First offering to the righty hitter, swing and a miss. Wilson putting some gas on his fastballs, 0-1. He allowed the leadoff single to Tackless in the inning, then back-to-back punch-outs looking. 0-1 at the dish to Mendoza. Or Nix, rather, excuse me. Hitting out of the right side. The 0-1 pitch. That one's driven shallow right field, down for a base hit. Tackless stops at second base. Nix into first. 2 singles in the inning for the Merchants. Nix gets the 4th hit of the game for the Merchants. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, bottom 9. So that'll bring up Caleb Latimer with 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 9th inning. Merchants down to their final out in their season. Crawdads 1 out away from clinching the 2nd spot in the North Division. Latimer digs out of the right side against Wilson. First offering to him. Hits it foul out of play behind us. 0-1 on Latimer. Crawdads 4-game win streak that in just an out would become 5. It'd be their longest win streak since the beginning of the season when they won 7 in a row after losing the first game of the year. Trying to get back to the postseason. The 0-1. Fastball low, 1-1. Walnut Creek, a perennial team in the postseason under Brant Cummings. Team that's had a lot of success, including going to the championship last year, but losing to Conejo. The 1-1 to Latimer. Swing and a miss. 1-2 as Alameda down to their final strike. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning on Caleb Latimer. Wilson looking for the punch out. He has 2 in a row. Crawdads have 14 on the day. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled out of play over the screen. Count stays 1-2. Crawdads have faced a lot of Crawdad adversity this year, losing some of their best hitters. Pitching staff has remained constant by and large. Wilson's been a big part of it. The 1-2 pitch to Latimer. Strike 3 called. How does second place sound, Walnut Creek? Crawdads with 15 Ks on the day, sitting down Alameda, and the Crawdads will host the Blues Tuesday night as the Crawdads avoid having to go on the road in the first round of the playoffs, and we have a playoff date set. What a game for the Crawdads.
Wow, Casey, the Crawdads came out swinging today. It looked like it was going to be a slow game early on, then they got into the Merchant bullpen, and the bats came alive. The pitching was magnificent. I cannot underscore that enough. Mino, 2 hits allowed, 5 innings, 6 Ks. McShane, 3 Ks in an inning. Olivas, 3 Ks, no hits, no runs in 2 innings. Then Wilson allows 2 hits, gets 3 more strikeouts. And wow, what a season it's been. The Crawdads turned it on of late. They were floundering last week, had a bunch of defensive errors. They cleaned it up. The pitching went crazy style. And now they're into the playoffs in the 2 spot. What an end to the regular season.
Crawdads will host the Slow Blues on Tuesday. Their final record in the regular season, 23-15. 1 less win than they had last year. But nonetheless, a big finale to the year as the Crawdads finish off the season strong. The win will go to Nathan Nino, who gave up 1 unearned run, but the Crawdads win 7-1 over the Merchants and win the season series 5-4. That'll just about do it from us here in Alameda. Casey Casliner, Charlie Limoncelli, thanking you from all season listening to Crawdads Baseball on the streaming network. We'll have postseason action Tuesday. It'll be the Blues and the Crawdads, 2 teams tied 2-2 in the season series. We'll have that Tuesday, time to be determined.